favorite podcast reader, welcome back to the home of entertainment commentary. Do smash that subscribe button and then hit notification so that you do not miss when we post and upload. And of course, if you want to keep up with what's trending in entertainment, show business, current affairs, then this is the place. Okay, so I just wanted to come on here and do a quick touch up and on what has been trending. It's actually trending at #1 on the streets of Twitter, and this is a story that was covered by Lynn Ngugi a couple of weeks back. She did part 1 and then she did a follow-up of part 2 on this very same story. And let me tell you, like, listening to this story, it's just saddening and it's repulsive at the same damn time. So this incident happened in 2019. It's 2020, 2021, 2022 is when the story is getting proper headlines, because 2019 the story trended on mainstream media and they just covered it, but nobody bothered to do a follow-up story. So coming back to find out that 2019 was just a story that was highlighted in mainstream media, and then 2022, years later, the mom still hadn't found closure. She had not found justice for her daughter, and really it was super unclear, because I think it is what it is. So when Lynn Ngugi did the story first time, the part 1, the mom gave her account and she said that her child was being profiled at that school called Gatanga. And thing is, because her father is Jamaican and then the mom is Kenyan, they picked issues with that, and it's just like, who the fuck are these people? They picked issues with that, and then they tried to patronize her, and it's just like, you adults, why is a 50-something-year-old or a 60-something-year-old picking issues with a child who is just 16 years old? Like, adults. In fact, it just gives me bad memories about high school. So the mom receives a call on Saturday and she's been told that her child has been rushed to hospital. And then when she gets there, unfortunately, the child, I think the concussion behind her head had already caused her. She had passed on due to the concussion behind her head. And even when the government pathologists did the postmortem, they revealed that the child had died from being knocked with a blunt object. So that was still there, but then nothing. Nobody bothered to follow up the case. Then now, this is literally 2022, a student and a friend of Ebbie's found the courage, and I think maybe, this baby talked to the parents and they just told her, if you know something, just go talk about it. Because then, the students were gagged and they were told nobody should even attempt to go and tell anything about whatever transpired. So this is what the girl said, and if you want, you can go watch the whole story, both the part 1 and part 2 on Lynn Ngugi's channel, because that's where it's at. So this is what the student said.
Around 8:30, deputy akakuja. Alikuwa anazunguka all classes. So akakuja juu. Akaenda south, akaenda west, akaenda north, akakuja to east. Tulikuwa one east. So akakuja. Akuliza, who is that girl? Ameweka nywele ni kama shule ni mama yake. Akaambia, can you go to my office? Akaenda, akashuka, alikuwa mitense. Bi alirudi class around 8:48, 8:49, 8:50, around there. And she came crying. But akukuja class because it was now 10 minutes to go to dorm. Akakuja akachukua handkerchief class, akaenda washrooms. Nikamfuata washrooms. Alikuja akachukua sijui ni handkerchief ama ni tissue, akaenda washrooms. Nikamfuata. Nikamuuliza what's wrong? Kaniambia deputy amenipiga. Alikuwa like amenil. Akapigwa this pipe ya Bunsen burner, I know it. Ndio tulikuwa tunachapa na shule. Like alipigwa everywhere. Like hata ukimwangalia amefura. Nikamuuliza na wapi pengine amekupiga? Akaniambia everywhere, like even head. Juu najua nywele vile alikuwa ameiweka, the style alikuwa ameiweka. Actually Depa alikuwa amemwambia amnyoe hiyo nywele. Ebbie told her, you better give me a suspension letter rather than cutting my hair. Sasa that Saturday morning, si tukaamka, beli ya Saturday tulikuwa tunaamka 6:30. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa time ya Saturdays. Tulikuwa tunaamka 6:30. Tunaoga by 7:20 tunafaa kwa class. So kuna mtu aka notice Ebbie hajaamka. So tukaenda tukamwangalia, tukamwita. We even took that bell, tunamringia kwa masikio, haamki. Tunamringia bell, tukamwambia Ebbie amka, but hakuamka.
That deputy principal is still in office, like as if nothing happened, as in life will go on as usual. So when Linguki reached out, the lady was like, "Hiya, you want to charge me, guy?" I acting like you're trying to frame me for things I know nothing of. And that lady beat her up, was threatening to cut off her hair, and then she felt offended because this girl had the guts to put her and tell her, "You cannot, if you want to cut my hair, please just suspend me because it's not going to happen." And then that aggravated her, and she felt like, who the hell does this baby think she is? Trying to challenge authority. And then from what we suspected, she just let it rip. That Bunsen burner thing that she was using to discipline someone's child with. And then she's still in office. As if nothing happened. It's like, I don't want to talk to you if you're already this judgmental. Hey. Which country? And I am so glad that right now there's social media and some of these things that most of you think you will be doing, under wraps. Once they come, because nothing stays hidden for long, my friends. Nothing stays hidden for long. And this is a problem that is in most schools. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm just like, even us, when we were still in high school, like corporal punishment was already abolished. Like I think we were the first lot when we were in primary, and they said corporal punishment will no longer be administered. So I'm just like, when this child says that they used to take off their shoes and then kneel and then be beaten using that Bunsen burner pipe. Let me tell you, if my children come and tell me, yes, if let's say today the kids come and tell me, "Mom, listen, this school, the teachers are doing this and this and this," I'm telling you, they will write that composition of the day they will never forget. As long as I'm here, you'll write that composition of the day you will never, because what gives you the right to beat someone's child with a Bunsen burner? Here, and here. What gives you the right to do that? That you tell someone's child, take off your shoes, and then you start going in on them as if whatever they have done is completely unacceptable. So, next course of action is, it's not just running on Twitter, but already Ebbie's mom had said DCI has already reopened the files, and right now there's this whole contribution that's going towards her fund. I've actually sent whatever I had, mini metuma, because I'm just like, we need to help her at least raise the legal fees so that she can get a lawyer and she can get these people apprehended. And let's get to the bottom of this, because there is no way the friend and first-hand account of what the student saw. It's just that by the time, they're saying we tried waking her up. So that means she had already passed on. We tried waking her up, tried ringing the bell in her ears like this. Nothing. And she came back from the deputy's principal office, and just because she had styled her hair in a fancy way. And then the principal was like, "Who's that child? Who the hell do you think you are? Styling your hair like that in a fancy way, man? What the hell do you think?" It's just people like this, no natamaningi nikutane now. That you style your hair like this, and then you go and beat someone to a pulp because of a stupid hairstyle that you'd have just said. You already know the rules. Take that hair off. Take that hair down. Take her to your office and you go and beat her up until you cause her trauma. And then someone's child dies because of a stupid hairstyle. Hell no, guys. Hell no. Listen. We can only but imagine the pain this mom is going through, because there's nothing we can do, we can say, there's nothing that can console this woman. Okay? But We need to stand up. And in fact, the people who are saying they want corporal punishment to come back, it seems like this thing never left in some places. It just seems like it never left. And it's been a problem with people, especially like if you're coming from these cities and then you take your children to Izo Ushago. I don't know. I highly discourage that. Like if you can take your child to a school where your child can fit in, please do that. Parents, do that. Even in fact, I was even having a conversation with someone and they said my kids are not even going to boarding school. Let them just go to day school because right now nobody's safe with such bullshit. And then the teacher is still the deputy principal, Depo. He's still in school, like kawa. As in me, I can do whatever I want. And there's no one who's going to put me to task. No one is going to ask me questions. I'm not going to be answerable to anybody. Disgusting. So, yeah, if you can contribute a small amount, it's also on Lynn Gugi's channel. Go right and check that out. And I hope it just doesn't end at the trend. But we don't think it's just going to end here because Howling Gugi is stepping her. She's like, I'm not pumping my brakes. We need to make sure that, this story is concluded properly and that justice is served and the people who killed that innocent girl active because of her hairstyle, they need to be apprehended. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this whole story and let me know if you've ever been profiled or you underwent the same type of nonsense, from whichever school you win, especially if you studied here in Kenya. We all know like Kenyan schools ain't shit. So some of them are proper and they respect people and the teachers are professional. Only until upatana manyanga wengine hapo ambao hata they're just idiots. And then the deputy, we're doing those rounds, yeah? Walking around in classes trying to find their victims to prey on. Story for another day. So do subscribe, hit notification, and then yes, I will definitely see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.